Well, folks, Steve Donahue is at it again, nosing into our book-buying habits like a detective on the trail of a mystery novel. He put out a video entitled Steve Probe, You, Books and Money. So I thought I'd chime in with this response video before he starts to ask for receipts. Now, I'm not going to give you a detailed financial report. This isn't bookish IRS. After all, last year I read 100 books and I reckon I spent between $100 and $150. Most of my reading comes from ebooks because, well, they're cheaper and they're easier to hide from my wallet. I tried to keep my expenditure to less than $3 for any ebooks because, as Michael K. Vaughan wisely points out, those Kindle purchases we don't actually own. I also get free e-arcs from NetGalley and Book Sirens, for which I leave a review of the book. It's not obligatory, but I feel it's a fair exchange. I leave reviews on my blog, on Goodreads, on Amazon, and on here. I currently have a feedback ratio of 97%. 37 books reviewed of 38 books approved. I do like physical books. I like holding something up to the camera. Last month, the only physical book I actually finished was this one, A Room of One's Own, which I was pleased to see in Steve Donahue's top 10 books of all time. It's a great read. This was 13 Larry from 13 Larry is about $4.50. It's not always easy to find physical books here. I live in Georgia, the country, not the state. When I first came here in 2009 in Biblos, they only had a selection of English books which were the classics, so I read a lot of classics, but now there's a better selection of contemporary books like Colleen Hoover, Taylor Jenkins Reid, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, and these are about 30 Larry each, or about $10 or $11. I did spend the full amount on this one, Hard by a Great Forest, by Leo Vardia-Shvili. This came out this year, and I have the receipt. It was 53 Larry. 53 Larry is about $20. For this video, so you can get an idea of my spending habits, I thought I'd just focus on the last 12 ebooks I ordered from Amazon for Kindle. My name is Jim. This is my channel, Books, Reading and Stuff. Going back to the 30th of May, where we'll start, there's The House of Closed Doors. This is a historical novel set in 1870s Illinois by Jan Steen. It was okay, I enjoyed it, and this was a free book. I found out about this through BookBub. I get a daily update to my email from BookBub about what books are cheap or free on Amazon and on other sites. Then there was Football Against the Enemy. This is the British idea of football, where you kick the ball, by Simon Kuper. For this, I broke the budget. I went to $3.18. This is a book about the politics behind football. It's a bit dated now, but I wanted to read it for the summer of sport. 17th of June, there's Gone, which is a psychological thriller by Sharon A. Mitchell. This was free. And then there's Chronicles of the Undead by A.F. Stewart. A.F. Stewart is a booktuber, and this cost me 99 cents. This is an epistolary novel set in the late 18th century. 7th of July, I got a Star Trek sampler for free, and I got Managing and Other Lies by Willow Heath. Willow Heath, another booktuber, and here I really broke the bank at $3.99. This was the most expensive ebook I bought in the last 12 ebooks. This is a collection of queer horror stories that most of the horror stories touch upon the trans experience, and there's 6 stories. The first is half the book, it's like a novella, and I felt that was the strongest. I made a review of that, which I'll put here. On the 22nd of July, I bought Needles and Pins by Anna Willett, a police procedural set in northern Queensland near Townsville. I was far more pleased to find The Housemaid's Secret on the 28th of July for just 99 cents. I've now read 6 Freida McFadden books. I read The Housemaid's Secret in just 2 sittings. It's very gripping. It's one of these popcorn thrillers with lots of twists, which I really enjoy. 2nd of August, I unusually bought 2 books on that day. One was Criminolly presents Garbology. Have you got your copy yet? I've read the first few stories, and MJ's is the standout story so far, The Widowmaker. That was $2.99, which is the full price of the book. And I also got Tales from the Gas Station by Jack Townsend, a collection of horror stories, and this was 99 cents. And the 2 most recent purchases were A Little Hatred by Joe Abercrombie, which was unusually priced at $1.05, and House on the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. That's $1.99. I've heard a lot about these books. I've heard good things about these books, also some controversial things about the Cerulean Sea book, but I'm looking forward to reading them. Those 12 books, e-books, in total cost me $13.16, which averages at just over $1 for a book. If I have 100 books like that, it'll be like $100 a year, maybe. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about my spending habits on books, my reading habits, or anything else. I'd be delighted to hear from you. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.